Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I got an article here on biometrics, and listen to what they're saying about it. Biometric identification. What will you do when you can no longer buy or sell without submitting to it? Easy. I won't take anything. People need to realize that this is coming down on us so fast and so rapidly right now that the sad thing is the younger generation is going to accept this because they love these new gadgets, these new smartphones, all these other things out there. They're not going to even think twice about it. They think, oh, it's cool, I'm a James Bond, I'm this, I'm that. And yet they're going to mark themselves as total enslavement because this has been part of their plan for centuries because they're going for total control. Anyways, let us get into this. In some areas of the world, payment systems that require palm scanning or face scanning are already being tested. Now, why would they be testing it unless they're planning on using it on the people? We have entered an era where biometric security is being held as the solution to the incognito security methods of the past. We are being promised that the constant problems that hackers are causing with our credit cards, bank accounts, ATM machines, and internet passwords will all go away once we switch over to biometric identification. Yeah, right. You know who the hackers are and the criminals are? It's the government. Identification. And without a doubt, we have some massive security problems that need to be addressed. But do we really want a machine to read your face or your hand before you are able to buy anything, sell anything, or log onto the internet? Do you really want the system to be able to know where you are, what you are buying, and what you are doing at verily all times? Biometric security systems are being promoted as cool. Yeah, like I said before. They always try to make it sound like a good thing. Are being promoted as cool and cutting edge. But there is also practically a very dark side to them that should not be ignored. Yeah, the end of your privacy, the end of your freedom, the end of your rights, you name it. But yet nobody cares anymore. Here we go. In these days and age, identity theft has become a great problem. Being able to confirm that you are who you say you are. Confirm that you are who you say that you are is a very big deal to many. Biometric security presents a very excellent solution to this problem. For example, the following is a brief excerpt from a recent Fox News article entitled Biometric Security Can't Come Soon Enough for Some People. Yeah, because they're dying for it. They want to be enslaved. In a world where nearly every ATM now uses an operation system without any textual support, where a bug can force every user of the internet to change the password to every account they've ever owned overnight, where cyber attack and identity theft grew more, meaning every day the ability to use your voice, your finger, your face, or some combination of the three to log into your email, your social media feed, or your checking account allows you to ensure it's very difficult for someone else to protect their you by using a body part. Where did we hear that before? Look at this. Almost everyone would like to make their identity more secure. Nobody actually wants their bank account compressed or their internet password stolen, but there's a price to be paid for adopting biometric identification. Your face or your hand will be used to currently monitor and track everything that you do and everywhere that you go. Here is some more from the Fox News article, and it goes on and on. I'm going to try to share this below my description so you guys can read it for yourself. It's just sick, disgusting of what they're doing. You see, Satan is the master deception. He tries to throw it on the society as a good thing, and it's been part of their plan since day one. This is how we're going to get everybody into our matrix system, into our database, track everything. And if they don't like you for some reason, they just have to push one button and your whole account is frozen. They can't do that right now because we have free will to use our cash and so on. But they don't like us with cash because they can't track us with cash. They want to track us and monitor us and trace us. They want everything. Anyways, right here. For now, biometric security is not being forced on people. If you want to avoid it, you can. But eventually, once it has been adopted on a widespread basis, banks and government agents will start requiring it. And it is easy to imagine a day when none of us will any longer be able to buy or sell anything without submitting to a biometric identification. In fact, a second payment method involving hand scanning is already being tested in southern Sweden. Yeah, in southern Sweden. This is crazy. Yeah, but look at this part here. Hand scanning has become an alternate payment method for people in a city in southern Sweden. Researchers at London University said Monday. Look at this, your veins on the back of your hand. Look at this. Where did we hear that before, people? The Bible, Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. Aren't these red lights flashing at you? Okay? Vein scanning terminals have been installed in 15 shops and restaurants in London, thanks to an Oregon student who came up with the idea 2 years ago while waiting in line to pay. Some 1,600 people have signed up already for the system, which is creator says it's not only faster, but also safer. It's safer, isn't it, than traditional payment methods. Every individual's vein pattern is completely unique, which is different from others. So there really is no way of committing fraud with this system. Researchers, Frank Lignan said in a statement, look at this, you always need your hand scanned for a payment to go through. Always need a hand. He causes all, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on where? The right hand or on the forehead. The future payment will be in your hand. Yeah. But before biometric identification is widely used for payment systems, we will probably see it implemented in a whole bunch of other ways. First, for instance, biometric scanners are already being used in digging halls, on college campuses all across America. Hand grammetry readers have been fairly common on campus. Like, I can't read all this stuff, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just trying to get my point across that this is for real. This is the future, okay? This is the future. This is what's coming. They're going to bring in biometrics before they bring in the mark of the beast. They're getting people accustomed to paying for stuff with body parts. And isn't it funny that they're linking in a financial transaction to be linked into a body part? What's the Bible say? The right hand or the forehead. Biometrics, you can pay with your hand. Now they have a vein scanner that can scan your vein. You swipe your hand. And you can do with your eyes and your face. It's just disgusting. Just to think about this. No more freedom. No more freedom at all. So I'm going to try to share this about privacy. Exactly. Exactly. Look what this says here about here. This kind of reminds me of the new big brand Disney parks, yeah, that I have written about privacy. You have probably seen the television commercials featuring them by now. Disney seems to think that parents and kids will have no problem wearing RFID tracking devices that allow them to buy stuff and monitor wherever they go. If you want to see what Disney has to say about these magic bands, you can do so right here. You guys can read all this stuff that you want. I'm going to share this below in the inbox below the video here. May you guys read it all. And they've been planning this for years, people. This is what people need to understand. They've been at this since the very, very beginning. They want to suck everybody into their matrix system because these people, they don't care about freedom. They hate freedom. Think about it. For a cashless society is a controlled society, and that's exactly what they want. Everything is going cashless. They're going to promote this as a new thing. There's nobody else like you. You don't have to worry about fraud. Nobody else has your eyes. Nobody has your fingerprints. Everybody's fingerprints are different. Yeah, but people can make fake fingerprints. But that's not the point, because you're going to have a card that's going to be linked to it, and if somebody else tries to take your fingerprints, when they put their fingerprint on the fingerprint reader, whose face is going to come up on the computer? Yours and not theirs. So the person on the other side of the cashier is going to see this person here is not matching what's on my computer, so it's a fake. But they have veins. Because they say people's fingerprints can get erased, but the veins can't. They said the veins are more accurate than your fingerprints. See, everything's lining up exactly as the scripture said. This is the cashless society that has been prophesied over 2,000 years ago when John was on the island of Patmos, and this is the Antichrist system, and I do not support this whatsoever. I am not submitting to this because they want to mark us as their cattle and as their property. And I'm not submitting to a biometric scan, none of that, because they want to mark us as their slaves and as their property, and we are not their slaves. We are free humanity, and people need to stand up against Big Brother, and Big Brother is Satan. That's exactly who this is. The whole world, the plan is global, people. This is global. Regardless of where you live in the world, you're going to hear about it very soon, that they're going to be talking about biometrics. They want to suck the whole world into their system. They said by 2017, there's going to be a universal ID database. They said what the world may look like by 2017, biometrics. Like, it goes on and on and on and on and on. And yet they write all this stuff in their books. In the video, what's the name of that video with Tom Cruise there? Minority Report. It was all biometrics. They're showing people a preview of what it will look like in the future. Minority Report, where he put his eye in the thing and scanned his eye and everything. Like, they get pleasure in telling these people their plans ahead of time. And it's in the federal documents that the governments of the world want to enforce biometrics upon its people. What's the purpose? For control, for tracking, for linking, for tracing, and for surveilling. They are going for a surveillance society, and you cannot have a surveillance society in a free society. And I'm telling you guys, there's going to come a time where it's going to go from the card into the person. Maybe an RFID chip, maybe a laser, tattoo mark, or whatever it's going to be. I'm just saying, biometrics is a stepping stone towards the mark of the beast. And I'm going to be sharing this article below my description. May you guys read it, take a look at it, share it with your friends and family, and may you not submit to this. Stand up against it, because all that this is about is control, and when it comes down the line, the media is going to be promoting it as a safer system. It's more secure. It's to protect you from identity theft, blah, 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 blah. It's a bunch of bull. It's a bunch of bull. The Bible prophesied this nearly 2,000 years ago, and Bible prophecy is 100% accurate all the time. The Bible tells us that there's coming a cashless society, and you can count on it, that it will happen precisely as God said. God's words are fulfilled exactly as He said. So let us stand up against this, because this is the Antichrist system. This is an evil system. They can shut you off, freeze your account. They don't like you for whatever reason. Stand up for your rights, people. They did this to the Jews in the Holocaust. They put tattoos and numbers on them as their slaves, and they're trying to do it again. They want to make us their slaves, and we are free humanity. They want to control you. They want to dictate how you can live, what you can buy, what you cannot buy. Anyways, they can tell whatever you bought, where you were when you bought it, everything on this little card. And by the way, in that card, there's RFID chips. Anyways, I'm signing off. This is all I got to say, and God bless, and stand up against Big Brother. We are the resistors, and God bless you all.